Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In War of the Visions, let's have a look at Yashutura and Thancred, who will be returning with the return of the Final Fantasy XIV collaboration in Global. They will get EX jobs with this update, so we can have a look at their upgrades and think about who these characters might be good for. But first we have a Yashutura. She is the MR unit. She's going to be so easy to get that I think everybody should take her to 99 at least. And then one of the reasons is for her Trustmaster. This came very handy in some selection quests because on attack it can give silence. I went through and I looked at all of the Trustmasters. This is the only one that gives silence on attack, so it was very good against a Shiva boss. I was able to get all of the missions that way. Alright, but let's look at her new EX skills. Here, Xenoglossy will get upgraded. Big damage, and then Maneater. Let's look at the original one. There we are. So yeah, has the big damage, picks up Maneater, and medium range there, and slow casting time as well. Very powerful for PvE. And then that's still going to be kind of the best way to use her. I have seen people try her out level 120 in PvP. She is doing UR level type of damage, but she has like 0 survivability, and then not great agility either. Maybe if you wanted to use her for a cost-limited team, you could put her in there, but I think she's going to be best for PvE, Tower, and then Selection Quests in particular. I used her in the Fire Selection Quest at level 99, and she was great. I was very happy to have her. Okay, next we got here Enochian. This is a support ability. Magic up, magic resistance penetration up, and then accuracy up. And then that will be an upgrade from just magic up. So yeah, that's a really nice support ability there. These days you really gotta have a break or a penetration in order to do real damage. And accuracy is good too. Okay, magic up, node here. And then all new ability here. Scion's Fyra 2, and we got that. Long range, a little bit of AoE. For 3 turns, we'll raise own magic resistance penetration, and then do medium damage. Magic scaled. That also has a slow casting time, but you can use it 3 times and it's not too expensive, so that's pretty good. More range will mean that she can survive a little bit better. As you can see, I have left her at 99 because I'm happy with her here. Maybe if they do the Fire EX stages and I need her level 120, maybe I'll upgrade her later. Okay, and then we have Thancred, one of the strangest characters in the history of the game. But I am very glad that I took him to 120, and then in my global account I also want to get him and then take him to 120 if I can. And I actually use him every day in my JP account, but that's because he is in my Big Buff farm team. And what I've been doing with my farm team is that I'm not using like characters with like big damage and big AoEs. I'm using more bruisers. Because sometimes there are going to be quests where one of the missions is to go through with no KOs, and if I load up on bruisers, like Dario or Dwayne or people like that, then that just means I have to think less when I kind of play those sort of medium difficulty quests, maybe like level 80 recommended level. And Thancred, he definitely fits in there. He is not a flashy character in how he plays, but he's just going to be real solid. He's going to take hits, he's going to do damage, he's not going to have a lot of AoE or a lot of mobility. But yeah, a very solid character, and I think everybody could benefit from having a 120 of him. And then also, if you're a newer player and you did not have a 4-man team to do raids solo, Light Slash is a great choice for this, and Thancred could be a really great option there. And he has some like breaks and things that don't overlap with other Light Slash attack characters, so he does have a very good niche. I can recommend him very highly. I guess the one place I wouldn't recommend him in is limited cost PvP, because he does cost 100. But he's got top class HP, as we can see there. And then his Trustmaster is really good. And this is going to be really interesting to look at again with the addition of the Trust Stones. I need to memorize that new name. But light armor, that's good HP for light armor. Good defense, good evade. So yeah, already good with the stats there. And then a light resistance up 15. It's always nice to have like a piece of equipment with like one or more sort of like a bonus buff with a defensive capability on there, because you can load up more kinds of like resistances. You can't do a Trust Stone with light resistance to stack onto here. I feel like I have to explain this every video, but bonus buffs do not stack with each other. But in addition to the light that he has here, you could add dark resistance and slash resistance and projectile resistance. And so it's kind of like you're getting a free slot of a Trust Stone with this bonus buff in there already. But yeah, really good Trust Master. And then we can look at resistances here. A lot of positives, or all positives on the physical attacks, and then negative on the magic. But he has some support abilities as well in order to give him even more of these physical resistances. So he could serve as a tank, either by raising his hate from outside sources or just working on positioning. And then let's look at his sword, which was upgraded. We can see the +5 here. There are two types that you can craft. One is the Assault, which will give you higher attack. One is Aim, which will give you better accuracy. I really recommend the Aim because with these buffs from the return of the collaboration, he'll get a lot more stuff to improve his damage. So he can make up for the lost attack. And then this Lionheart Imitate, it's also kind of infamous as maybe one of the most difficult weapons to build to get max stats. You need incredible luck, or you need like the limited time fusing events in order to max out the attack of the Assault type. But maxing out the Aim type like I have here, much easier. And so if you just wanted like less of a headache, you can go for the Aim type. But slash attack up 15, that's same as before. But new abilities for Thancred only. Light attack up 15, and then slash attack resistance penetration 20. So that's where it's making up for going for the Aim instead of the Assault type. Okay, but let's look at Thancred's EX board. So here, Bolide, this will get an upgrade. It will add a barrier to himself for 3 hits, and then for 3 turns, his AP cost of stuff will go down. If I remember correctly, this is a barrier for 50% against both physical and magic scaled attacks, so that's very good. Really helps with his beefiness, and then that magic resistance down 30% hurts a little bit less with this kind of barrier. Okay, here, Camouflage, this is a support ability, will add projectile resistance and then also give defense penetration up. So it becomes a defensive and offensive support ability. And then Thancred, it is very possible to build him for 100% projectile resistance. Maybe like 2 years ago I made a video about that. Alright, and we have an attack up node here. And then new ability, this is very important for him. Medium range, a little bit of AoE. For 3 turns, we'll break defense and then do medium damage. 1, defense breaks are great. I love them more than defense penetration. 2, the break will last for 3 turns, so you can help out your teammates or you can do more damage on future attacks with Thancred. And then 3, it's AoE, so you could break the defense of multiple guys. This is an excellent attack. Very, very nice for his kit. Okay, to go real quick through his kit again, here's the Master ability. I think this was also upgraded for the return. But the typical light party buff, and then for self, raise HP up 20%, slash attack up 10, attack up 150, and then Blasting Zone will have no casting time, so this is all good stuff. Reaction ability, I wanted to point out this. he has the Red Mage subjob, which is very mysterious why they would put it on him. Except I think the reason why was to give him this magic reflex, so that you can have an out against magic attacks. But Camouflage 2, you should have that on. HP up. What else we got? Jump up. Starting AP up. Nebula, this will add Pierce resistance. And then what else we got? Oh, the magic resistance up. I prefer the reflex myself. All or nothing. And then let's have another quick look at Gunbreaker. Rough Divide, I like this because it's a move and attack. It can help with his kind of low mobility, and he can go through walls, which I like. And a very cool sound effect when he does that too. Here's Blasting Zone, short range, but AoE, and then big damage, and now no casting time. This is a very strong attack. And actually being able to hit two guys at once comes in handy more often than you might think. Keen Edge, 2-hit attack, great for raids. No Mercy, raise a slash attack for self. And then, right, Blasting Zone Tune, we just looked at that. Gunbreaker Subjob, Burst Strike, it's okay, short range, medium damage. Heart of Stone, raise defense for somebody, self or somebody else. I don't like these defense buffs on like characters that are not support characters, so yeah, I have that turned off. And then Aurora, cast regen on self or somebody else. Usually I have this turned off as well. But yeah, Thancred, I really like him with his upgrades. And I look forward to building him in my global account as well. Okay, let me know what your plans are for Final Fantasy XIV. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.